Hello there, everyone. Xantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Alright, well, today we are going to be taking on the final act of, well, A Realm Reborn, the 2.0 release. There's more, technically, A Realm Reborn doesn't end with this, because, you know, there's like the 2.0 patches, 2.1, 2.2, whatever. But the base release, 2.0, we're finishing up today, main story-wise. There's a lot of side content, mostly side quests that we haven't done yet, and we will get to them. We're just doing the main story here first. Rock the Castrum. Edelstein will send you forth to commence the penultimate phase of Operation Archon. You have rekindled the flames of courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts, and for this, I thank you. And now the time for battle is nigh. We must march forth with no worries or regrets. General Realm awaits you at Castrum Meridianum. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust that you are up to the task. Godspeed, Private Xantok. Let's get up there. We have... No, you know what? No. I'm not going to tell you what we have. It's enough to know that this is the finale. It's enough to know that. I'm not going to tell you exactly how it's going to be structured. I almost did. I was like, nah. Let's leave it a secret. It'd be more fun that way. All I will say is that for the most part, I should know what I'm doing. Our hero returns. I trust your visit has done much to lift the spirit of our garrison on the eve of our greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by news of the siege of Castrum Meridianum, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Meridianum and Castrum Meridianum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but the Admiral yielded them not one ilm. With Occidens, Meridianum, and Orients thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adder moves to block the railway leading hither from Castrum Sentry. And that can mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the Den of the Black Wolf. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Minfilia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course. Not so long as there is liberty in the world. but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor, to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer, Yaranthe Zantok. You all know him as the man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima Weapon. We Scions know a different Yaranthe, however. We know him as a dear friend who's endured untold hardship on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it's time for us to blaze a path for him. Our objective is to wreak such havoc inside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Yaranthe and his comrades the time they need to disable the Magitech field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima Weapon. All troops, prepare for battle! I fear I can't accompany you this time. The unenviable task of facilitating communication between our forces has been entrusted to the Ironworks, you see. Know, though, that I'll be praying for your safe return. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, for Eorzea! Go now, Yaranthe, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. Castrum Meridianum is now accessible. Will it be? Is it our normal NPC allies? Oh, it's not. It is now a Storm Marauder, a Flame Thaumaturge, and a Serpent Lancer. You know what? I'm going to say again, it's the same three guys, but all three of them chose a different Grand Company to serve in, while also being Scions. Kind of like how we did. That's going to be my canon for these guys. All right. Well, before we go in here, something I want to mention. Oh, shoot. Right. Our bite-sized pudding. I don't know how often he'll get to be seen this episode, but there he is. Minion of the day. So what we're about to do, before Endwalker released, this dungeon... Actually, you know what? No. Again, I don't want to say that yet. Let's just go on in. How many... Okay, we're at 50 tombstones. Okay. I was just curious. Well, you can have a cap of 2,000 at a time, and then you gotta spend them. But let's read. So begins the third phase of Operation Archon, which entails a frontal assault upon Castrum Meridianum, Gaius Van Baelsar's seat of power. Forming the main thrust, the Immortal Flames will strike at the stronghold with all their strength, though this is but a feint. While the garrison's eyes are drawn outwards, you and your comrades must steal past its defenses and attempt to deactivate the Magitech field which protects the Praetorium, the fortress within a fortress where the Ultimate Weapon is believed to be housed. We will get synced to 50 and item level sync of 60. So, let's head on in. And I have, unlike the other dungeons we've done, I have healed this before on my maid. Ooh, we got a Reaper, a Red Mage, and a Dark Knight. Just like to get a good idea like what the gear level is. Alright, regen on the tank, and now we're gonna cast Holy to burn these things down until the tank moves forward. Wait, tank, why are we going all the way over there? What are you doing? You don't have to go all the way. Like, we were already doing attacks. Alright, more enemies. I'll throw a cure 2 at this point. I'll throw a regen on our red mage. And then we're just gonna be running down here. And now for our first boss, the Black Act. It's a suit of Magitech armor that a guy is piloting. It likes to shoot giant lasers. Oh good, our tank will handle that well. I'm gonna put arrow, we're gonna pelt some rocks. More enemies spawn in. We'll stay close in fact, we'll do some holy. Okay, Medica 2. There we go. I throw arrow, and I'll re-up that arrow. Oh, I would have moved out of that. Forget your reinforcements. Oh, never mind. They showed up. Oh, oops. Alright, regen on our Dark Knight, and then Cure 2. And there we go. Thanks, Sid. Appreciate that. We don't need to go all the way to the gate, guy. You only really need to, like, if you're wanting to pull all the mobs, you know, that's good. It makes things go a little faster. It is not any faster to pull them all the way to the wall than it is to just pull them to where the last group is. It's not faster, and also it's really annoying when you do that for a couple reasons. One, if everybody's already starting to do their AoEs, or if they've placed down any like anything that could affect the field, well, now you're just taking the enemies away from that, and that's annoying. Two, if you're getting everybody all the way over to the wall, it makes it harder to get out of AoEs if they're over there while they're trying to hit positionals to do more damage to the enemies. Anyways, our second boss, the Magitech Vanguard F1. And no, this is not F1 racing. Anyways, slap a region, pelt the boss with rocks. This is a bit more of a threat than the Black Cat, as we see with that. Hey, proximity markers. Remember when we learned about that last episode? There we go. I'm actually going to use this opportunity for a Medica 2. Don't be in the orange. Get in the ring of safety. Alright, region is probably going to be enough for him. Yeah. I don't need to throw another heal on the Dark Knight. They're fine. And away from that marker again. Uh-oh. Ooh, I got out of that just barely. That marker, by the way, of the tank, that's the normal tank buster. What we saw last episode was like a tank buster that could also hurt other people. The red one is just, hey, this is only going to hurt the tank, at least as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure that's always the case. And it's more of a warning to the tank and the healer both to be like, hey, tank, use some mitigation to lessen the amount of damage you're going to take. And to the healer, it's like, hey, watch your tank's health, even more than usual. You might need it. Alright, bosses is down. I just need to get the two vanguards out of the way. And hey, look, it's Sid. He's in a set of Magitech armor. Is it Maggie? It is not Maggie. I don't see the emblem on it. But here's our last pull of enemies. Yeah, this dungeon's actually pretty short. Sid is over there shooting down the shield generator while we are taking care of the enemies, keeping them off his back. I'm gonna keep using Holy because it'll stun these things so they can't do big stuff. Once only one of them is alive, then I'll switch to a single target. Burning all power to cannons. My lord is quite taken with you and your power that you possess, the Echo. Naturally, I cannot help but wonder whom this prince among men might be. Only to discover that you are but another adventurer, one of many in this world. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion and shower honors upon your head. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You even slew Ratatin, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them. If you are allowed to continue, you will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for. All that is mine by right. My minions, my comrades, even Gaius. Well, you cannot have him. His dreams and ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine, do you hear me? I lost everything once before, and I will not suffer to happen again. I will kill you, adventurer. Only your death can bring me peace. The dialogue is on auto-scroll. I cannot stop it. It's so that, it's so we keep things moving, essentially. And also, Livia, girl, calm it the fuck down. I don't think he's in love with you. This fight is actually kind of interesting to see it the first time around. Less so the second, third, and millionth time after. But, yeah. Alright. Middle orange will go off first, and then the outer orange. Then pretty soon... Alright, here comes the Tank Buster. I'm gonna start the Cure 2 right now. Oh, it came a little early. Oh, also, he's fine. I'll stop a regen. Oh, I made you rough. Oh, okay. So, until she gets to... Okay, there. And the save spot. Wait. And now move to this safe spot. And now over here. And the fight continues. I'm gonna do a Medica 2 on everybody. Just so we all have regen. I'm sure you'll be fine, Dark Knight. Yeah, you'll be okay. Thermobaric Strike. And sometimes I forget that I can focus on the boss, and I can constantly see like what buffs and stuff are on them. See their health down here. Oh, they went all the way that way. Okay. Ooh, yeah, you need a heal. Okay, now you're good. Olivia will not do her big hit where she goes away ever again. Instead, she's kind of lighter things than it, truly. We'll see if she gets a chance to, though. She's getting close to death. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna do a Medica 2. And it's over. No! It's happening! All over again. Please. I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. My lord, Gaius! Fuck off, still killer. Another poor fool who craved Geyser's affection over all else. May her soul know rest. 'Tis a miracle no harm has come to you, my friend. One for which I will happily give thanks. And thanks to your fine diversionary work, we've succeeded in bringing another generator tower, and with it, the Magitech field. The way to the Praetorium now lies open. The only problem is, we can't reach it on foot. Nay, we're going to take the Enterprise. Let's work the cerulean processing plant. Let's regroup there. This is it, Yaranthe. Final confrontation awaits. That reminds me, what I was trying to say, like when the dialogue in the cutscene was auto-scrolling, they're doing that now for this dungeon at least, and for the rest of the finale, more or less. That way, other players in your party can't go, "Oh, this cutscene is too long," and then skip out of the cutscene and just go fight and kill the thing before you're even out of your cutscene. People used to do that. I knew you wouldn't let us down, soldier. With the Praetorium stripped of its defenses, the way to the Ultima Weapon lies open. The time has come for the final phase of Operation Archon. The ultimate weapon. Realm Reborn has some parting words for you ahead of the final phase of Operation Archon. For the final phase of the operation, my flames will storm Castrum Meridianum and suppress what is left of the Imperial garrison. If all goes well, this will allow you to reach the Praetorium unopposed, fit and ready for your encounter with the ultimate weapon. Yours is the most dangerous mission of all, but the best must bear the heaviest burden, and you're the best we have. There's not another soul in this realm that could see this deed done, and Merleb and Kanna-E are the same mind as me. The wall hangs on your success. You must not let our plight make you desperate. Victory belongs to the bold, not the reckless. Bards are wont to sing of heroes who value their life at naught next to honor, love, and liberty. But I tell you now, that which men value at naught, they sell cheap. Risk no more than you must. You hear me? Now, best you are off. We have work to do, the both of us. See that your preparations are in order. Then report to Sid. He awaits you at the Enterprise at the cerulean processing plant. May Rhalgr grant you strength. Let's head back then. So, what I was going to say before we went into Castrum Meridianum, and what I will say now, is that prior to Endwalker, Castrum Meridianum, and all of the rest of our encounters in this finale were all part of one mega dungeon. You had 8 people, including yourself, and it was a long trek. There were more than just those 3 boss fights. Believe me. It was sizable. They cut it down because people didn't like doing it in that huge chunk, and it made it, whenever veterans had to go back and re-clear it with other new people, it was a pain point. I actually went through it once with my original character that I made before Endwalker, and I ended up losing my internet connection right before the final boss. Yeah. I was pissed. By the time I was able to get back into the game, it was over, and I had to go through it and do it all again. On top of that, I got lost because I didn't know where to go, and people were just rushing ahead, and I lost track of things. It wasn't a fun experience. I think the idea of having an 8-man mega dungeon is really cool, but it definitely had its problems. The Enterprise is at your disposal. When you're ready to head for the Praetorium, you'd only say the word. If we succeed in destroying the ultimate weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, The 14th Legion would not dare to move against us. Barring the discovery of further elegant doomsday devices, that is. Let's be on our way, aren't they? Gaius and his plaything await. The Praetorium is now accessible, which our NPC allies are probably the same three. Let's check. It sure is. Okay, well, here we go. With the Magitech field now out of commission, the path to the Ultima Weapon lies open. While the Immortal Flames sweep Castrum Meridianum and suppress the remnants of the enemy garrison, the Enterprise will bear you to the Praetorium, where you and your comrades must fight your way to the innermost sector and locate the technological menace. Oh, I did actually check the box. Here we go. Not an instant pop? Wow. This is going to be longer than Castrum Meridianum. It's going to have more unskippable auto-scrolling cutscenes with dialogue. Some of it is voice, though. Some of it. I don't think it all is. Not that I remember. I really thought we'd be in by now. I know it hasn't even been a minute. I'm being impatient, but let's be an instant pop. I'm just thrown off a little. I feel like our circlet needs some more color to it. At least like a border color. It really needs something. It just looks weird on our head. We should have like a black outline or something. Oh well. Oh, I can't even look at what it would be dyed. Dang it. You know, actually, I'm going to show off something here. There are some emotes. There's a lot of emotes. There's a couple that I'm particularly fond of. Where is it'll be under social emotes. Never mind. The Praetorium. Oh wait. So, here we are. The Ultimate Weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex. This is it, my friend. We may not be the only person doing this for the first time. Either that, or that monk is just leveling their monk. Because that's the level 50 job class gear for monk. Alright, holy spam. We've also got a paladin at level 60 and a red mage also at level 60. Wait, we had a red mage at level 60 in Castrum. Is it the same person? I haven't paid attention to their name. More holy spam. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and slap a regen on our tank right now, because for this next section we're gonna have like orbital strikes, basically, gonna be coming at us from above, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Actually, I might do Medicate 2 once we get over here. Oh, I was running. Oh god, get out of that. Medicate 2. All right, everybody's got regen now. That's gonna help me out, help you out. That said, our paladin, which they were taking less damage, they're okay. Refresh. All right, let's move forward.
Gaius! Ah, Cid, my boy, you are late. There is something I was meant to tell you, that the tide never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Cid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. The time he realized his error, too late. Meteor had him completely in his thrall. Before his transformation, mayhap sensing that everything was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life. Early on in your career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes. The thought touched him, though he could not let it show. You ripped open walls in this place just so you could say this to me. What is it you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Cid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you, it lay not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together, we could bring order to Eorzea and assure a lasting peace. No, I expect no better answer than this. So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship. It is your strength that makes me not proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to be left alive.
Apologies that I am missing some of the text. It is going faster than I can read it.
Run, Cid, or stay. It makes no matter.
Like that, right there.
Gaius, wait! Damn it!
If you want to see what words I missed, pause the video, go back, it's fine. There's nothing I can do about it. But our first boss here, the Mark II Metatech Colossus. Where's our monk? There we go. I'm gonna start off with Medica 2. I don't need to, but I want to. Red Mage is cool. It combines, like, you do both magic and you also do a little bit of physical. Like, when you see them, like, dash ahead like that, that means they're in their melee phase. Let's, ooh, get out of that. Let's slap another Medica 2. Can we even hit other people from here? I hit the monk. Let me do it again. Alright, now we know. That said, the Colossus is already almost halfway dead. It's not a hard fight. Red markers, get away from each other. Medica 2 again. Okay, I'm gonna do a Cure 3 on the tank. Alright, the Colossus is about dead. I don't think I'll need to do any more healing. And there we go. Oh, look! There's some Metatech armor. We need to get in to continue. And look at that. The emblem. It's Maggie. How the others all have their own Maggies, I don't know. They don't make much sense. But now we have to get to use the attacks from the Metatech armor to attack these Metatech Deathclaws, Reapers, and whatever else appears out here. Metatech Kanna is the one you really want to go for, though. It does the big damage. If I remember correctly, in the pre-Endwalker version of this, Metatech Kanna actually had a cooldown, so you had to use it, and then while you were waiting for it to come back, you'd have to use Photon Stream. That is if I'm remembering correctly, and I may not be. But now moving inside, we've got these Proto-Ultima arm units we have to destroy in order to move forward. And in between, Vanguards. One arm unit, and now a second. And now we have to destroy the blast door. That bulkhead is comprised of a special alloy, extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You'll need to divert all power to the magic cannon, as I did at Castrum Meridianum. The armor's core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Now listen well. Press the control, engage ancillary, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights. Poor Maggie. Used too much power.
You're a natural at this. All right, the way's clear. It was just you and your own 2 feet now. So be careful.
I mean, us, our 2 feet, and the 3 adventurers we brought with us. And now, for boss number 2.
You've been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Is someone there? Garland, old friend, how warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years?
He hacked our communication.
Nero, is that you? You sound well. It would seem the savage land agrees with you. The highest ranking tribunus of the 14th. It was you all this time. Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep the glory for yourself? What? You've lost me. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the academy, I've been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the 2 of us. Yet that fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as the young prodigy, simply because your father was the great Midas non-Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend. Your reputed genius gaining credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate. I who continue to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people will proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of Sid Bloody Garland. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord Van Balesar saw fit to offer you a place at his side. And this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who has remained loyal to him all this time? Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord Van Balesar is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima Weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am deserved. Nero, what are you?
Communication ended.
Ever since I first set foot in this benighted land, they have watched you. Every move you have made, every step you have taken, you have failed icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is of little wonder my lord has taken interest in you. As have I, if truth be told. It is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultimate Weapon.
That hammer is fucking badass. They have yet to give it to us, and I am left wondering.
Should I succeed, Lord Van Balesar will surely take notice. Beside this, I don't know what was being said there. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power.
It's a big ass fucking hammer, and I want it. Where is the monk? There. The monk didn't move actually the first cutscene. It happens. Sometimes it happens to me because like you'll forget that cutscene's ending. I went off and did something else. It's a common thing in this dungeon. People use Praetorium to get laundry done or cook some dinner. Use the bathroom. It's honestly completely fair. How much damage is going to do to our tank here? Ah, they're fine. Oh, stack marker, get in. I'm going to redo our Medica too. There we go. We're all fine. Ah, he's activating something. The Magitech Deathclaw. We need to kill that to help out our ally. It is currently tethered to our monk. Get out of the bed. Okay, Akis, you are going to need more if you're getting a tank buster on you. Okay, now you're probably fine. Alright, I'm going to use Surecast so that I don't get knocked back. See how they got knocked back and I didn't? Yeah. Our red mage also used it. No, not red mage, deals our tank. Oh, buddy. I'm going to biddy the monk. Alright, now I'm okay. We get another hand. I'm gonna attack it. I wasn't sure if like, can we kill Nero first? Let's be smart. Okay, hand is done. Nero is almost dead. Before we even get to like the fun. Dang, Nero kind of got wasted. I actually just want to stop attacking at him. Okay, so sometimes with that thing that he was doing there. Actually, wait, he already had one. Either way, he's done. Oh well. Probably means guys won't get to do some things. Actually,
This changes nothing.
those are some big ass punch knives the monk has. Jesus.
The Ultima Weapon is activated, and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might.
Where'd he go?
Are you all right? What of Nero? Fled? Damn it! In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago, and seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castrum Sentry. What hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the Ultima Weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. Whenever we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Alright. Now we go over here. Monk!
eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? Do you believe in Eorzea?
We look so pissed.
Unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether.
Yeah, that's the problem, though, guys.
Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except for this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization, and in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, but none among you has the power to stop me.
We'll see about that. Alright, we gotta wait for the monk. Monk is not here because we are in this room because we were in the room with the communication device when it was clicked on. The monk didn't make it into the room by that point, so they were not automatically transported in. Oh, they ran too far ahead. They were doing, I guess, auto run. Medic 2. We'll do arrow, and then we just pelt them with stones. Monks punch, tanks, or paladins, you know, they take. Red mages, magic and sword, and then we throw rocks. Alright, new attack from guys. These guys, get out of line with them. Get out of line with the X's.
Know your place.
Oh, I want to be away from the tank. That should be just a target on him, but just in case. I don't want to risk it. Oh, the stack marker is on me. Having a Medica. There we go. Alright, a bunch of AoEs about to start falling on the ground from above. Orbital bombardment. Get to safety. Alright, we are in between the X's. Good. Here we go again. Alright, so almost down. Not quite there. That said, this phase that we are now in will always happen. Even if you get guys down to 0.1%, he will not die until he gets through this particular phase. I'm gonna start slapping Cure on everybody. Oh god, I am actually gonna die. And I'll throw a Medica on us. Alright, there's only one. Oh, I was in that. Jeez. With one Phantom guy, it's left. We are trying to kill this before this blade energy here gets all the way to 100. If that happens, we're fucked. The higher the number is, the more damage Gaius is about to do. Thankfully, it stopped at 48. Players say it's so clear, it's the player comm. Jesus. Guys, for scale.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
I do love his weapon, though. The Porta Decumana is now accessible. And once again, it would be our staying for NPCs? Yes, it would be. Alright, ooh, we have some material we can do. Let's go ahead and get that of our necklace and our weapon. We got an extract science, which is extracting material from 10 spirit-bound items. Very nice. Alright. This is a trial. Making your way to the Praetorium, you sweep aside wave after wave of defenders before finally coming to face with Gaius Van Baelsar himself. Unable to overcome you by his own hands, the Black Wolf takes control of the Ultima Weapon and sets upon you once more. Do what you have to do, or do what you have come to do, and see that the Magitech monstrosity never threatens Eorzea again. And now I can show what I want to show earlier. There's a pair of emotes in particular that I want to show off here. I think they're under special. No, they're under general. The first one is... Where are they? Do I not have them? Alright, let me just try and type them in. Oh, I don't have those yet. I must get them from quests. Oh, wow, they released in patch 3.2. I didn't know that. Huh. Well, I guess we won't be getting those yet. Dang. Anyways, those emails would have been like, hey, can you let us do like displaying our weapon of our main class? Would have been like battle slips, like we take a stance for a battle. Another one would have been like a victory pose of one. And there's a different battle stance and victory pose for every single class, which is really cool. I guess while we wait, we can look at other emotes. So there's facepalm. Disappointed. Get back up. Goodbye. Comfort. There. We can cheer. We can do air quotes. There's happy. We can flex. We'll be seeing a lot of this one later. What's another one I want to show off? Shock. Stagger. Oh yeah, I have Tombstone because I signed up. I had activated like the mobile thing once. That's good for like tracking the market. So yeah, you just open up your Tombstone and you play with it like a phone, even though they're not phones. It's just a thing. It's a funny little thing. But it's time. Oh god, Megatron! Oh my god. We're gonna win, guys. We got Megatron on our side. Alright, the battle has started. Slapped down regen on our tank. We've already got arrow. So you'll see up here, Ultima Weapon has 3 stacks here. Well, not really stacks. It's got Might of Crags, Might of the Vortex, and Might of the Inferno. Souls Weapon can use the powers of the three, I forgot the word. The three primals that we have slayed thus far that it absorbed a while ago. So that showed you some of its threat level. But we start with Titan. Oh, I don't want you to. I actually want Medica. Move over here. Oh, you have a Pictomancer. What? Oh, Red Mage got hit. Okay, good. They're out of the way this time. I will do. We'll do a Medica 2 right here. I don't know if that's going to hit anybody. Oh, good. It did hit everybody. Watch the dialogue here. We are all trapped in rock. And using Earth and Eternity. We can't dodge this. We can't do anything. But then the Heidelin is coming to our aid. She stops the attack, and and Titan is purged from the Ultima Weapon. And now begins the Garuda phase. Alright, I'm gonna do Medica 2 and then a real Medica. Okay, don't be in the blue. The blue is bad. Get away from the orange. So we have a tiny sliver over here. We're basically in the eye of the storm. Oh, Garuda, come over here. Yeah, I should heal the tank now. Take a regen tank. Alright. Now that Ultima has Vortex Fury up, we can't do any damage to him. We're kind of just doing nothing. So this is a good time for me to slap down Medica 2 on everybody. And now we can keep going. They no longer have Garuda. All that's left is Ifrit. Ooh, ow, that hurts. Medica 2, and then another Medica. Oh, get out of the fire. Get out of the fire again. Then some knockback. I use Sure Cast. And then he puts fire all around the edge. How rude. And he treats hitting everything. Unlike the previous few phases, we can actually hurt the Ultimate Weapon at this point. So we can keep doing damage. I don't want us to pray to the crystal. No more icons for you, Gaius.
But the Ultima Weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
Get good.
Can his strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima Weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima Weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Heidelin, it It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
You didn't think it was over, did you? Come on. Phase 2. Kick off with Medic 2, we'll go to Arrow, and now we throw rocks. See how much damage it does to our tank here. Ooh, wow, okay, yeah, I would definitely like to use Cure 2 on him. Uh-oh. Oh, they got out of the way. I didn't think they were going to. Alright, I'll do Medica right here. Oh boy, that hurt. Okay, good. We were all in range. I wasn't 100% sure. Alright, Aetheric Boom. We need to soak these balls. We do not want them to touch each other. So I guess I'm taking this one. It did, wow, practically nothing to me. I thought it'd do a lot more, and it didn't. Stack marker. Guys, Megatron. Thanks. And away from its front. Doing Medica. I'm gonna give a Cure 2 to Dinah. Okay. These bits will move around to fire lasers in different directions. That's how they work. All right, Medica 2. He's out of the way. Oh my god. You guys. Oh, buddy. They got me a little scared. All right, we're using Tank Purge again. Oop. There we go. Oh my god, Red Maid, Benediction! What the hell happened to you? You were down to 4 health! Holy shit! Megatron, please move. You know, I thought about rescuing, was like, by the time I thought about it, I was like, nah, it's too late. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I am low on MP. And that is on me. Uh-oh. Oh, heal. Oh god, okay. Alright, we're doing alright. We got out of that stressful phase. We're okay now. My god. We're getting there though. Only 35% health remaining. Oh, I am once again really low on MP. Okay, more lucid dreaming. Okay, cool. We've made it. At this point, the only attack the only weapon it's going to be doing is Ultima. If it finishes its cast marker before we kill it, we lose. We have to kill it first. Black Mage just said its limit break to help out, and now we just got to do as much damage as possible. I don't need to heal anymore. Heitlin, however, does not have the strength to shield us again from this Ultima spell, but she can help us another way. By giving us a level 3 limit break, one of our DPS needs to activate this. We're getting Chromatic Fantasy from the Pictum. Oh, it wasn't a Black Mage, that's right, it was a Pictum. Look at that. Every class has its own unique animation for a level 3 limit break. They still follow the same general rules. DPS do damage, tanks shield damage, and healers heal. But they all look different.
Subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
And that's that.
Pathetic. Boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals.
What are you going on about?
Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
It's time for one last fight against Laha Brea. It doesn't show the little glowy lights of being a solo duty, but this is a solo duty.
It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Here we go. Well, I'm going to start by casting Regen on myself. And then Era. Ancient Fire 3. Oh, wow, you've reduced the battlefield a bit. Alright, and I look a little hurt. Are you doing a bunch of tiny AoEs? Oh, they expanded. I'm glad I moved! We're going to use Presence of Mind. I don't tend to do that very often, and I should. It'll make me a little bit faster. Nightburn. Oh, Jew, can I Isuna that? No. I cannot Isuna that. Okay, I want to get away from the flames. Ancient Eruption. Okay, I know what's happening here. It's chasing me, isn't it? Or it's done already. Okay. Okay, those look like they're good. Yep. I was saying it looks like the Colossus. In this little corner. Oh, okay. He is not going down easy. He has a lot of health. Alright, let's get to the save point again. Sure, Cast. You're not knocking me around. Well, I can't. Okay. Attack mode End of Days. That was that giant laser beam. Double? Wait. Using double knife. Oh! Hey! Thankfully, he gave me time to heal. I can't even attack right now. Fires of creation arise. We need to destroy these. Oh, that meter is rising up quick. Oh, I am scared. That is going so fast. I'm not gonna get them all. Well, shit. You didn't think it was over, did you? It was scripted. That mechanic will always kill you and lead to this. Ul'dah Brea! Get your dusty ass back here. And now we are powered up. Blessing of light, bathed in the light of the Mother Crystal. And brilliant conviction, breaking limits is only a true warrior of light could. I might have already had brilliant conviction, I'm not entirely sure. But now, oh, he's using triple? I was gonna slap regen on me right now. Fuck your Nightburn. Oh, that didn't do nearly as much damage. Oh, Ul'dah Brea, you don't look so good. Ooh, guy. I guess we'll get in the middle. Am I also moving faster? No. Maybe. I think I am. Guy, I definitely feel like we're running faster. He's trying to threaten us saying that if we kill him, we'll kill Thancred. He doesn't know about our crystal. Back your end of days. Oh, we are definitely moving faster. 100%. You're on your last legs, Ul'dah Brea. Really? Fire Sphere? You think that's gonna work this time? Please. Sure, cast.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
What?
The whole place is coming down. And there's Maggie. Came to our rescue. Okay, I was about to say, I don't see Thancred. Where is he?
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved son. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
He's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
He's going to make it, I know he is. Ul'dah is right. We must have faith.
Sid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light his way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions return safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with him!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn.
Welcome home.
You
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
And
Mind
now
your
the
horns
credits
there,
roll.
Man-Bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless,
Well, the 2.0 story
for
is
now
now.
we
Oh,
must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral.
thanks, Alphina.
Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victories serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth, to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The 7th Astral Era is come. And thus is ours a Realm Reborn.
And now the full credits will roll on by. If you're wondering why there were 4 names for each character on their voice actors, the first name was the Japanese voice, second name was the English voice, and then I don't remember what the other 2 languages are. I think it might be German and French. And I'm not sure which order they were either. So, not 100% on that. But that is the end of the 2.0 of Realm Reborn storyline. It's not the end of a Realm Reborn or of Final Fantasy XIV as a whole. Dear God, no, it's absolutely not. There is still, I mean, there's the next expansion, Heavensward, and several expansions following that. But even before we get to Heavensward, we still have not only a lot of side content to go through, but more main story. What Final Fantasy XIV does with its main story after the .0 release is you'll wait several months in between patches. The gap between .0 and .1 is long. And then it's shorter in between afterwards, but it's still a sizable gap. But we get story at the .1 release, more at .2, .3, .4, .5, and then a little bit more at .5.5. That's always been the pattern. Typically, not always, but typically, patches 2.1 through 2.1, 2.2, and maybe a little bit of 2.3. I'm not really sure how much of it is on 2.3, is dedicated to cleanup, tying up some loose ends, giving some epilogues to some things, some places, and then the rest of 2.3, if not all of it, I don't know, it depends. But then primarily 2.4 and 2.5 and 2.55 is for setting up the next expansion. Start laying down those lines and showing where we're going next. The Endwalker expansion is a bit of an exception to this rule, but we'll get there when we get there. These are just general guidelines. But I want to mention, while the credits are rolling, the plan for the next several episodes of this Let's Play. And I have no idea how many episodes it's going to take. This actually, getting from level 1 to level 50 was actually a lot faster than I anticipated. I thought we were going to be like the 40s of the episode-wise, but we did it in 25. Doing 2-hour-long episodes was really the right move. I'm glad I picked that number at the start. It's worked out perfectly. Even right now, we're hitting the credits at 2 hours. Fucking amazing. Will it always work out that nicely? Probably not. But we'll see. But again, the next few episodes, my plan, before I start diving into a lot of the main story again, is to go through a lot of the side content that either is only now unlocking or that we skipped over. This includes side quests in all of the maps that we didn't do. All of those yellow quests and a couple blues that we skipped over, we're doing them all. I might not be doing them all as White Mage, though. In fact, for the yellows, definitely, I'll be playing them as a different class, so those classes can get experience points Because White Mage at this point is already past level 50. White Mage doesn't need anything right now. It'll be helpful for some of those other classes so that I have to do less grinding for them to get them all the way up to 50 as well. Because I want to play as, well, not play as, I want to show off every class's class story, their transition into a job, and their job story, which is going to require me playing through them all and leveling them all to 50. And again, this will include the combat classes, as well as the Gatherer and Crafting classes. Gatherer and Crafter don't go into a job, they just always stay what they are. I wonder what they would become if they did, though. Topic for another day. So I'll be leveling... You know what? I'll just say them all. Let me just get my list of things. I'll be leveling Arcanist, Thaumaturge, Gladiator, Marauder, Pugilist, Lancer, Rogue, and Archer. And let's go into their jobs. Of Scholar, Summoner, Black Mage, Paladin, Warrior, Monk, Dragoon, Ninja, and Bard. Our Gatherers, the Botanist, Miner, and Fisher. Our Crafters, the Goldsmith, Blacksmith, Armorer, Weaver, Carpenter, Leatherworker, Culinarian, and Alchemist. Possibly in that order, I don't know. We'll kind of see. We're going to be doing all the Beast Tribe quests, helping out the Sylphs, the Amalja, the Sahagin, the Kobold, and the Ixal. Then there's a few like bigger, fun, bigger fun side quest storylines that will only be available starting in 2.1 that we're going to pick up and do. There's also a lot of optional dungeons. I believe if my count is correct, 14 more optional dungeons that we'll be able to unlock and clear through. Dear God. There's going to be 4 more optional trials. Well, I say optional, only one of them is truly optional. 3 of them, they're not part of the main story, but we have to beat them before we get to a certain point in the main story. There's also raids and alliance raids that we're going to be doing, which have their own unique encounters. There's what's called a relic weapon, which is a really powerful weapon with a lot of steps. And a lot of the grinding we will not be showing because I'm not going to do that to you guys. Some of it I will show, but not every last bit. And there's some other things that like I haven't shown yet, and I want to show at some point, but I don't know if it's going to be at this point in the game or if I'll save them for later. Like the guild has, the sightseeing log, our PvP modes, Crystalline Conflict, Rival Wings, and Frontlines. There's also another job called a limited job called Blue Mage. Blue Mage is fun. We can start Blue Mage now that we've hit level 50 and we've completed this quest. But because of some stuff about how Blue Mage works, I don't think we're going to be doing that until much, much later into the game. It'll make things easier for me to do that. That's the plan. That's the content that I want to hit up. I don't know how many episodes all that is going to take. I don't know if I'm going to upload just those episodes and then do main story, or if I'm going to like chop it up in between. What's going to make this really weird for me is that pretty much all that content that I just mentioned, most of that content I just mentioned, actually, is going to be recorded. How do I put this? Concurrently? Kind of? I'll be like recording a chunk of things. Like I'll record like 15 minutes of doing something and then 20 minutes of doing something else. I'm gonna be like splitting these off into like their own videos and then stitching everything together. And I'm gonna take some real notes. Be like, okay, how long did it take me to do the quests for Gladiator? Okay, it took 45 minutes to do all of them. Okay, so now I can set that 45 minutes aside, and that's gonna be part of one episode. And then if Rogue takes an hour, now I can put Rogue and Gladiator together, and so now that video is an hour and 45 minutes. And I can think about, like, okay, is there a 15-minute section of something that I can slot in there too? It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be very weird for me. Kind of fun. in a way, but largely weird. So you might see as episodes go on, my class is just gonna like we're gonna see like a little edit effect. My class will just change. My level might be look like different. Like one episode, maybe I'll be level 15. The next episode, that same class, maybe they'll be level 10, based on how I'm doing this. It's gonna be funky. It's gonna be funky. This whole Let's Play is an experiment, and doing this patch content, all this side quest stuff right now, is gonna be an experiment inside of an experiment. Kind of like how the Praetorium was a fortress in a fortress. Just hoping nobody shoots down my shields. But yeah, that's the plan. I may do it all and then go to MSQ. I might do some side content, then do a little bit of it, then do like an MSQ episode, more side content, another MSQ episode. I don't know. It's going to depend on how many episodes the side content ends up taking. If it ends up taking like another 25 alone just for the side content, I've got to break that up. Gotta. And at that point, I'll probably just record the MSQ and then see how many episodes that's going to take, and then chop it up in a way that looks good. Whatever that ends up being. I could not tell you. There's also more stuff. I forgot to mention something we're going to be doing. The Green Company, we need to level up our Green Company rank. There's not really, I mean, I think there's like a few quests related to that. It's not a whole lot of stuff, but for our relic weapon, we need to get our Green Company up to a specific rank in order to purchase certain materials that we will need for the relic. And then there's one last thing called the Palace of the Dead. This is something that we unlocked in Gridania, and I said we'd do it later. The Palace of the Dead is a procedurally generated dungeon. Every floor, or every time you go in, the floors are different. Enemies will respawn. You can go in solo. You can go in with 2, 3, or 4 people. And you start out at level 1 in there, and then you'll level up. It's actually a good way to level other classes, which I might do for one of the classes. I don't know. I don't really want to take White Mage in there, so I might just use Palace of the Dead to help me level another class. Just might. Beyond that... Ooh, I have to actually question about something related to that. I need to figure something out with that first. Palace of the Dead, story-wise, there's a boss every 10 floors, I'll say that. And then the story for it ends at level 50. But you can keep going. You can play up to floor 100, floor 150, floor 200. The enemies will get harder, the bosses will cycle back through. But you'll be able to get better and better drops and experience points. For this Let's Play, we're going to just go to level 50 and call it good. I didn't even go past that on my main, and I don't have a desire to. So I'm not going to do it here. Sorry. But I think that's it. That's everything I really wanted to cover. I guess I'll just talk about the game and the story itself. I know a lot of people, when the people talk about like the story of this game, a lot of people don't really like a Realm Reborn. They think it's slow, they think it's boring, they don't get to do anything. Why am I having to do all these errand quests? The company of heroes being a typical pain point for people. And people tend to respond was like, we understand, but it gets better. And a couple things I want to say about that is, first of all, they are right, it does get better. I'm not going to say every expansion is like 10 out of 10 top tier amazing with its story, but they all do. Things get better. The game overall gets better. But something I also want to say is I don't think A Realm Reborn is bad. I actually like its story. Now, would I say this if I played it before they cut out like 50 fucking quests? Actually, you know what? Let me go check it right now, because I'm pretty sure there's a number. Yeah, quests removed. Quests removed in patch 5.3, which was during Shadowbreeze. Oh, it doesn't say how many. It looks like it's roughly like 40 to 50 quests that were removed from the main scenario. And there are some things that got removed from the patch quest content as well, 2.1 to 2.5. So I don't know if I would have still liked the main story as much as I still have to go through all of the extra fluff. Maybe I wouldn't have. But what we did here, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, there's still some fluff. There's still some things that could be removed. Does Tractil need to be there? No. But I kind of like that he is. Overall, though, I feel like A Realm Reborn, as it's presented, makes sense to me. It's... as I said in the very beginning, our character starts out as a nobody. We're just some random schmuck on a caravan heading into Gridania or Ul'dah or Limsa, whichever. And eventually, we help a lot of people. We start to get noticed. We help higher up people. We get noticed more. We join the Scions. But even then, we're still relatively a nobody. The Company of Heroes, they wanted to test us because they didn't know if we would survive. And they wanted to make sure that we would before they just sent out some random guy to his doom. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. So we're, over the course of the game, been establishing ourselves, making people see that we could be somebody. We've been getting a lot of world building and lore and learning about places and characters, history. If people were just like, oh yeah, you just wandered to town, here, go do big stuff, we would have missed all of that. And that would not have been satisfying. So I like the build up. I think they did a great job. A Realm Reborn, while, yeah, it's got fluff, and you do a lot of errands for people, I think it has a good story. It's very long. With this episode, we've hit over 50 hours. I don't know exactly how long, because some episodes went like a bit above 2 hours. I think like maybe 1 or 2 actually ended before the 2-hour mark. And then this one is, the credits are starting to make it rise up. But I was engaged. I was engaged the very first time I went through the story. I was engaged the second time I went through it with my main. And I was engaged here again for a third time. I didn't feel bored. The only time like you could say like maybe I was quote unquote bored or just wasn't paying attention was when just in this one, honestly, when we were having the voice dialogue cutscenes that auto-scrolled. I was like, okay, it's auto-scrolling. I'm going to check my phone to see if I have any messages I need to take care of, because I don't have to click buttons and I don't have to voice the characters. So I wasn't fully engaged during those. But the rest of it, I have been. And honestly, I really like going through all this again and reading it all. When I played on my main, sometimes I skim text depending on what it is. And so I'll miss details. But here, I picked up on a lot more that I don't think, stuff that I don't think I picked up the first time or second time around. And also stuff that I definitely forgot. One thing being with Copperbell Mines. I knew that the Hecaton Shears were slaves and they were lashing out. I didn't realize that they were slaves from previous masters a century or two ago. I thought it was the Ul'dahs that were using, like the modern day Ul'dahs that were using them as slaves, but no. That's not the case at all. I was like, oh, huh, interesting. This has been the start. Oh god, I said the start. This has been the start of a cool Let's Play, I think, in my opinion. I don't know what any of you think. Maybe nobody's watching this. I know there is at least one YouTuber out there that has recorded, or been recording, Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know what their current status is. But I don't know how much side content they did, like just through the main story and some of in the blue quests. Did they do all the side quests? I don't know. But I decided, for me, I wanted to. Because you never know when there might be somebody that doesn't enjoy playing MMOs, but has heard that it has a great story. And they want to experience that. And that's why I record games. For the people out there that are interested in a game, but for whatever reason aren't going to play it for themselves. Well, now they don't have to. Because they can either watch my playthrough or somebody else's. And I don't think there's very many people that decided to go through the entire story of Final Fantasy XIV, because it is an endeavor. We're 50 hours in. This is only the 2.0 base release. We got a lot more to go. Wait, what? What the fuck is this? Oh! This is showing all the people that played in 1.0. Every single name. All the players. I don't know. I'm assuming this is their real names. They probably had the option of assuming, like, hey, do you want to put your real name in or like your internet name? And it looks like most people, at least here in the A's, have their real names. Like, you can scroll through here. You can find them all. I guess it is all real names. Okay, maybe that one isn't. That one doesn't look like a real name. I don't know about that. But I think this is really cool. It gets a little bit of an honor to the players that were there from day one of the beginning. And players who also were in 1.0 and transferred to 2.0, they got some exclusive rewards, like exclusive mounts, or I think they might have gotten like maybe emotes, gear, or minion, or something along those lines. I wasn't around back then. I was kind of a MMOs are dumb mood back then. Actually, my real mood was Final Fantasy shouldn't have MMOs, and also why are there two? I was very anti-it when I first heard about the game. It happens. But now, I think it's great. And then past that, we get into special thanks. We were not going to go... I'm sorry, 1.0 players. I wasn't going to have you... There's too many of you. Your names would have taken fucking forever to go through. I'm sorry. I think you can look at the credits, though, from the main menu, possibly, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah. Fucking incredible game. When I heard that Final Fantasy XIV, like, again, this was years ago, when I first heard that it was, like, crashing and burning, I was kind of like, haha, yeah, that's what you get. But then I heard they were being like, nah, we're gonna rebuild it completely and re-release it. I was like, wait, what? A company learning from their mistakes and fixing a broken product? Like, actually? Unheard of. And that's the man that did it. Naoki Yoshida, or as fans commonly call him, Yoshi P. Why? I honestly don't know. Where does the P come from? Producer, maybe? I don't know. It's a nickname.
What is it?
can't be. Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
Bahamul, move.
Bahamut stirs.
One Azaz moves down.
As for the others, ere long.
Fanzad lokpai ki hats aldorn zur, ukdorn.
'Tis not a question of whether Eorzeal's champion shall yield, but of when.
We next starve Chemuv, the only cause that horse ride ball.
And with each passing moment, we draw closer to the reckoning. To the one true God. To Zodiark. And thus did dawn break on a realm reborn. But where there is light, there is always shadow. Aw, look at that. They all clap for me. And then if you walk away, and you walk back, they clap for you again. Let's talk to all of them. Actually, wait, I want to see if there's first anybody in here. There aren't, but the minimap says they're in the quest, they're in here. Oh god, that's funny. That's real funny. And they clap again. One day, I hope to become a hero to the people like you. A hero like Abba and Ollie were to me. Watching you live the life of a free adventurer has helped me realize that I can't keep putting off my dreams forever. I'm talking with Wedge about opening a workshop independent of Garland Ironworks. Maybe in Vilbrand. I don't know. Work with the chief is great and all, but someday I want to build my own enterprise, you know? You're an inspiration to us all, Yerente. An honest-to-God's hero that never gives up, never gives in. And neither will I. I'll win Tadaru's heart. See if I don't. Oh boy. Who are you? By the gods, I think this ragtag band of idealists could land the 14th low. It's a tale straight from a storybook. I imagine my former associates would find it most appealing. After all, what young ruffian doesn't at one point fancy himself a hero in the making? I think I may bring more than a few recruits back with me from the Twelveswood. Oops. There we go. You've come a long way since I first met you on that character, Gridania. Guess this means we're square, eh?
Oh yeah, you told me to become an adventurer that would be like worthy of talking to people about, or something.
Huh, you sure gave those Imperials what for? I knew you're something special, Yaranthe. I reckon a lot more folk will take an adventure to hear about what you've done. Brave men and women, I'll hope to become the next Yaranthe Xantok.
We held a vigil at the church until word came of your success. I cannot express to you how relieved I am by your safe return, Yaranthe.
I think we could all do with a good rest, don't you? I know I could. I still had time to think about everything that happened. About Nero and Gaius.
Don't worry, Sid. Oh, and there's the other Scions. And they clap for us too. So, a new era has begun. On such a momentous occasion, I find it good for the soul to tie up loose ends. What would I suggest you do? Why, the same thing you always do after accomplishing a task. Report to Minfilia. It ends where it begins, my friend. We all decided to give you a special surprise welcome, just like the one in Heroic Epics. Your story took many twists and turns, but you managed to get to the happy ending. Let's hope for more happy endings to come. I realize I've been the cause of tremendous consternation, and for that, I deeply apologize. But you haven't had time to waste chatting with me. Minfilia is expecting you. Welcome back, Warrior of Light. We, all of us, prayed for your safe return. The 7th Astral Era has dawned, setting in motion a myriad of new beginnings. I suspect our paths will diverge for a time. Have you said your farewells to the Scions? I'm in the middle of it. The land my master sheltered from oblivion hath been delivered unto a new beginning by the hand of the Warrior of Light. Thus doth history mark the passing of an era. The dawn doth brighten the sky, and shineth o'er this nascent age of hope. And though the clouds gather to mute the sun's rising glory, I would walk far with thee under its gentle glow. We have yet to learn literally anything about you, man. Someday. Someday. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life, there is cause to hope. The light of hope shines brilliantly within you, Yaranthe. I only wish my grandfather were here to see it. The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the ether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount the possibility that, well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions. Yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please, continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of this very star. Flying unlocked. You can now fly while mounted in Lenosha, Thanalan, the Black Shroud, Carthos Central Highlands, and Mordona. To take flight, simply jump while mounted. You can't do it in the main cities, though. Oh, and our mount speed increased in Northern Thanalan, the Mist, Lavender Beds, and the Goblet. We can also mount up in the residential areas. but we can't fly there. You gain the ability to take flight. Summon forth a flying mount and try jumping to take off. Flying consists of 3 basic maneuvers. You go up, you go down, and you can go forward. A quick note before we end things off here. We got the armor identification key, which now lets us use our majestic armor as a mount. When I first played this, I thought that was our only flying mount. I didn't realize our chocobo could fly too. At one point in the game, only certain mounts could fly, but now every mount in the game can fly, even as ridiculous as that may seem for some of them. We also got another Fantasia. We're not going to use it. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and end things here. Next time begins some manner of side content. I have no idea what. I'll see you all then. Bye, everyone.